This is where it all began. It started. The salon chat in December of 2019. But then the channel took a shift and we started the brand Go Great Be Chic in June of 2021. This was the start of our very first apparel and our photo shoot with these young ladies. They are the founding members of Go Great Be Chic. This was an exciting time because we were exploring and we were already thinking about Go Great Be Chic wellness and luxury retreats. And here I am, the creator and founder, Sharon Miles. This is when I took my very first solo trip to Mexico in November of 2023 for my 53rd birthday. And then in the summertime shy of 2024, we started Go Great Be Chic in the streets. We headed to NOLA early summer, and this was such a fun trip. Just one day, and we met this beauty with amazing hair. And then it was on to New York City twice within a few months after our NOLA trip. We met this amazing young lady as soon as we got out of the Uber going and headed to Brooklyn. And the train was definitely an experience. So early fall of 2024, we had made a list of luxury hotels to visit once a month just to bask in the luxury of Chicago. Some of them I had on my list. The first three were the Langham, the Peninsula, the Four Seasons, etc. I can't wait till you hear what's coming next about that. And then in November 2025, we were reintroduced to the travel business again and started learning more about the business of travel. There is a difference. And in our recent trip to Atlanta in February of 2025, we were headed to our business summit. It gave us so much clarity. And we went and visited one of our favorite restaurants. We usually go to Ray's on the river, but we were so excited that Ray's in the city was 500 feet from our hotel. Didn't I look happy? The food was amazing. So girl, get ready to experience the perfect blend of hair, beauty, travel, and wellness in our upcoming content on the Salon Chat. Pack your bags, girl. Let's go. Book your travel anywhere in the world with us, the GoGreatBeChicLifestyle.com. Stay tuned for what's coming next. Phew, we made it. Yay. When I tell you guys, we on the struggle bus getting on here. So I want to say thank you guys for joining. Those of you who coming back to watch the replay, that little video just explained everything that's going on back in the past with Go Great Be Chic and the Salon Chat, what happened and what's happening now. And we're going to talk about what's going forward with Go Great Be Chic and the Salon Chat. So I want to just say that the travel experience started with Go Great Be Chic in the streets in the summer of 2024, last year, where we just decided to start it going out into the streets of Chicago. And that what you saw in the film was our very first Go Great Be Chic in the streets. I was at a rooftop event and we actually met this young lady and she was the one that we interviewed first. And so that really sparked the Go Great Be Chic in the streets experience. And it's so exciting because now it's so funny, Danette, I didn't tell you that, but on my way back from Atlanta a few weeks ago, two people spotted me in the airport, one on the plane and one at my son's basketball game that same day. And like, I know you from somewhere. So they know me actually from my channel. Wow. So we're on here just to kind of talk about where Go Great Be Chic is headed in the near future. We're already in February, guys, almost in March. And I'm so excited that, the first quarter is almost gone of this year. And if you guys want to just chat with us, you can post your comments in the chat if you have any questions about like where we're going, where you see us headed, what you might want to recommend for the salon chat, because I know everybody loves to see hair videos, right? We love to see hair videos, how we do hair, you know, how we take care of our hair, how we go gray, how we're into our wellness and our style. But we're going to take a shift, and that shift really is not shifting away from talking about hair, because we're always going to be talking about hair. But the shift is really talking about the lifestyle of going gray, the lifestyle of aging. And that is why we're incorporating the wellness and the luxury into our channel with travel, because everybody travels, right? So I'm so excited about a video that's coming out probably the 1st of March, all about how to take care of your hair when you travel. So that is kind of where we're going. That is kind of where we're headed on our channel. And we actually, March is going to be sparking a whole new movement of luxury. And I'm going to be incorporating luxury via, I mentioned in the video that back last year, I started writing a list. I'm like, you know what? I want to bask in the luxury of just going around to high-end hotels in the city of Chicago, and just like the Peninsula and the Langham Hotel, just to sit and just to have tea, have lunch, go to the spa, and just stay there all day, because it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel more prosperous. It makes you feel more wealthy. So now, because I'm in the travel business, and I'm not just traveling, right, Danette? I'm in the travel business. And because because I'm in the travel business now, that vision for me of just sitting and basking in luxury, basking in wellness, now with my credentials of being in the travel business, I can take those credentials, write my company a letter and say, hey, I want to do a site inspection. I want to tour that Langham, that Peninsula, and that Four Seasons. I want to tour it. Like, I want to go on a personalized tour where they show me the spa. They show me the rooms and how soft the pillows are, and how luxurious the spread just spreads out on the bed, right? The comforter, how soft it is. And I can just tell you how soft it is, how it feels. And so that is a part of our luxury and wellness that's going to go on our channel. And another piece of that is how to have luxury right in your own home, how to have luxury treatments for your hair in your own home without visiting the spa, without visiting some of the luxury hotels. But I have my business partner, Danette Montague, on here with me, and we're going to be talking about travel business, and we're also going to be talking about the business of travel. So Danette, when you reached out to me, because we've been knowing each other for so long in a previous project, and when you reached out to me, it's so synchronistic that I was already thinking about travel. I had already been traveling more than the past few years, and I had already been thinking about Go Gray Be Chic retreats for my brand. So when you reached out to me, what was kind of your thinking about, because I only signed up to get into it for, learning more about travel and learning more about how I can incorporate wellness for my brand, because hair, beauty, wellness, style, and lifestyle, it just kind of all goes together. Because as we age, what do you think about as we age, while we should have more travel and luxury and wellness in our lives? What do you think about that?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? When I thought of you, I thought of luxury. I thought of Sharon being that diva and the person who I watched for years in admiration of her, because she was in the travel industry prior to that, but she also had a brand and a hair salon that was second to none. And I was really excited when I thought about her. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let me call her and see what she's doing. And sure enough, like you said, things are synchronized or happen, and you were actually already thinking about those things. And I was just in amazement when you shared with me that you had already made a list of things, list of hotels, 5-star, 6-star hotels, and places that you wanted to go. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this lady is accustomed to these things. Why not ask her about this awesome business of travel? And that way she can also bask in the luxury and lifestyle of doing things like this. So it actually just came into fruition. And I thought about you and said, you know what? I think this would be a great person to call. And sure enough, the answer was yes to you, yes to me. So I think this was, a great day, and we're all excited about what is to come.
So when you think about hair, because we always talking about our hair, we was having a conversation about you earlier, and you were talking about your hair and like you love to wear your hair short, but you also love to kind of just shift your hair up. Like I saw some photos. I was going through your Facebook page and I saw some photos, and you expressed to me before we got on the call that you were frustrated about your hair. Like your hair, you have the TWA, the teeny weeny afro is what I like to call it.
Yes.
But you like, I'm tired of this hair. I need to do something different. I mean, the hair is so cute, but you're tired of it. And I was explaining to you, for me, my hair, I wanted to cut my hair before I got on here and, do my brows, and just sometimes you just got to show up regardless of what's going on. So now that we're both here and we're both just showed up, because we had a little struggle getting on here. So what do you think about when it comes to hair, beauty, and travel? How does that kind of all go together to you? And because you've been in the travel industry for quite some time now too, how does that just all go together when you're thinking about travel, when you think about wellness? What do you think about when you're actually traveling and how you put yourself together, regardless of where you're traveling? If you're traveling to the beach, or if you're traveling to like a symposium or a business opportunity, or a business trip, what do you think about when you think about your hair and your beauty?
Sure. Well, I mean, honestly, as you are going to different places around the globe, around the world, even in the U.S., when you're going to different events, you show up for yourself and your success, but you also want to make sure that your hair, that is something that my grandmother used to say, that's your crown. That is what you really need to focus on, and making sure that your hair looks healthy. And you want to also have your makeup in place, or if you wear makeup, or just any of the natural ways that you can share as you go to places, because you want to, I won't say be seen, but you actually want, if they are looking at you, then there's something that's a glow about you. So being that you are in the hair industry and know all of the tricks and trades, I'm super excited, because people really don't think about things like you have for your niche, and sharing, what you should do with your hair. How should you wear your hair? These are things that people really don't think about, but they all go with the lifestyle that you're planning to live. And when you go to these events, again, you want to have the best of the best, and even the suggestions that you are making. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I must ask my expert here, what should I do with my hair? But you want to be creative, but at the same time, all of these things, your hair, your lifestyle, your success summit, places that you're going, it all depends on what you're looking to do, but you want to look your best and feel your best. So I think that is very important, that we have things in place or suggestions in place just for your hair and the lifestyle of living and being chic in the streets.
Yes. Go gray, be chic in the streets. Because when I
What about
think,
go blonde, be
yeah,
blonde in the streets?
hey, go whatever, like do whatever you want to do. Like you have
Yes,
the choice to do whatever you want to do. And
right.
what I was thinking about you and looking at your different looks, because when you go to Miami, you might want to wear your crop. You might want to wear your TWA, your teeny weeny afro. But when you go to say LA, or when you go to I don't know where else, New Orleans, or
New
wherever,
Orleans, New York.
wherever you want to go,
Yes,
or even overseas across the pond, you might
yes,
want to throw the girl on. You might
yes,
want to have a sew-in, or you might want to have a wig. You might want to have textured hair. You might want to have longer hair. For
yes.
me, I kind of just go with what I have. Like sometimes I'll add, and when I change my look up, I like to shift into my hats, into my glasses, into my accessories, or just kind of shift my hair just a little bit. But I love to see women who sometimes, if you're going to a warmer climate, the islands where you're on the beach, you might want to wear braids, you might want to wear protective style. So it all depends on like your experience and your lifestyle and what you want to feel like and what you want to look like. So when you're talking about travel, and we talk about just traveling anywhere in the world, and guys, whoever is watching, put in the comment section, what is your next destination? What is the destination that you would love to go to next? Like, what do you want to click off or check off your box of destinations? I think they call it the bucket list. Like, what is on your bucket list? I know one of my destinations that's on my bucket list is Fiji, the Fiji Islands. I would love to visit the Fiji Islands. So what is on your bucket list, Danette, and explain to us and the listening audience how being in the travel business can benefit you on your bucket list or next destination that you want to take for you, your family, or even if it's a smaller knit family, or even if it's a bigger family, like booking cruises. How can being in our business actually benefit you to go on your favorite destination or your bucket list that you've been having on in that eyesight for years?
Absolutely. Well, just as you mentioned, everyone has a bucket list. So, and you see people now are traveling more than ever, Sharon. They are really taking their lifestyle and what they want to do and where they want to go to the next level. People are traveling to Dubai more. They're going to Mexico. That's a famous place, a destination country. I will be traveling soon, going to Cozumel on a cruise, and looking forward to that. But as you are moving around the country, just imagine travel is the largest industry in the world, and no one is allergic to travel. I mean, no one. It is the sexiest industry in the world. And just imagine if you can live a lifestyle, be successful, be your own boss, and wear your own styles, and be who you want to be. And like you stated earlier, wear a different crown wherever you go, depending on where you're going. It is very important to understand that travel can lend you those types of things. We are considered travel insiders. So just imagine, and we can share these things with you later, but just imagine you were going to places pennies on a dollar. Just imagine you're getting a chance to go to a site inspection of places like spas or hotels, 5 and 6 star hotels that you may go visit that may cost you $500 or $600 a night. Well, we may be able to take that to another level, and you may get site inspections, or again travel as insiders to get those inspections, and it may not cost you as much. So these are things that people have to really understand, and you can be creative and ask questions. The travel industry is a wide open market with so many niches that you can just take your time and go where you want to go. And when you're doing that, you're being educated on all of this. So absolutely a place. And just, you asked me about a destination. I think I just want to go to Paris, France for a day or two and hang out at the Eiffel Tower and shop and have a great time. So that's the next place on my bucket list, Miss Miles. And so back to you.
So when you talk about the site inspection, let me tell you about the site inspection that's coming up for me.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Like when I talk about the business of travel, because when you're in the travel business, let's just scale back. When you're actually just traveling, and say for instance, I just booked me a trip on Expedia or Cheap Flights or what a Travelocity.
Yes.
When I booked that trip, somebody is getting commission on that trip.
Somebody.
And it's not me. But if I'm booking my trip on the ggbclifestyle.com, which is my website that I travel from, that I just traveled from when I went to Atlanta, and I invite my clients and my family to to book their trip, just like they were booking from Travelocity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the commission is not just going to anybody out there. The commission is coming to me.
Yes.
But when I think about my credentials and the site inspection that I was dreaming of, that I had visions of back in probably like June, July, or somewhere around there, I was like, man, I just want to feel luxury. I want to feel wellness. I want to feel like just basking in the prosperous feeling of being at the Langham, at the 5 and 6 star hotels. Sometimes some of us just don't have the benefit of staying there on a regular basis, rather at home or maybe even away. And if we go away, we might have the benefit of staying there maybe once a year, right? Am I fair to say that? Or
You are.
maybe twice a year, right? But now I just typed up a little letter to our company, Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel. I just typed up a little letter and said that I want to do my first site inspection at the Langham Hotel. And the Langham Hotel is our 5 and our 6 star hotel. So on March the 10th, I'm so excited to say that that is going to be my very first site inspection. So guys, look out for that on the channel. I want to show you just how it feels to walk through the Langham. I want to show you how it feels to like sit in the spa and sit in the hotel room and get on the elevator. So all of that will be coming to our channel, basking in the luxury of travel. And so as opposed to just being a consumer, I'm now a travel professional, and I can bask in this wellness and this luxury and have the benefit of it as a business owner as opposed to just a consumer. So when I get home from this trip, I can, record the conversation with my person that actually gives me the tour. And then whenever I decide to visit that a staycation at that hotel, I can actually take advantage of the benefit of not paying consumer prices at that hotel. Am I right to
Yes,
say
because now you are a merchant. Absolutely. Yes, you are a merchant now as opposed to a consumer.
exactly? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
tell me what advantages and benefits I would have as as a
Merchant.
consumer compared as a merchant, actually, compared to actually being in the travel business, and not even just sharing the opportunity with others, but just booking travel for myself and my family.
Well, absolutely. This is an industry again where we actually travel as insiders, and when we say that, we get perks and upgrades, and prices are always comparable, but there are certain things because you are in the industry as a travel professional that we are educated on, and we can utilize these opportunities for again perks and upgrades. Let's say you may want to, again, you have the perfect example as far as the site inspection. That is something that a normal consumer would not be able to do. They would kind of look at you a little strange and say, well, why would you want to tour our hotel? But as a travel professional, you have a reason, you have credentials to show them that, hey, I'm in the travel industry and I'd like to simply share this with my family and friends and or a client. And of course, they want to respond to you because they want more clients to come to their hotels and book with them. And so they will be more than happy to show you as a travel agent or a travel professional what exactly it entails. And so I think that utilizing the site inspection, and that's something within itself, that niche or that perk right there is something that we as merchants get a chance to do as opposed to consumers. So it is always important to understand and become educated about this industry. And that's why you're able to have a turnkey business in the business of travel. And at the same time, you also have the travel business. So all of these things that are happening, that happens within our companies are really, again, you have to be educated on what you can and cannot do. But perks, upgrades, all of this is a part of, again, you too should become a merchant. And if you do this anyway, then you should become a person that owns a business in the largest industry in the world. Back to you, Sharon.
That's awesome, because when I think about, I was on a travel training the other day, and because I'm new, it's just like I'm excited. So you know how they say your ignorance on fire. I was on a travel training the other day, and I was in Mexico. Like I was just feeling Mexico. I was feeling the islands without being there, because the training was right inside of a resort right in Mexico. I can't even think of the name of the resort, but the chef was there. They had the food. They had the trainer actually tasting the food, actually tasting the drink that you receive when you walk through the doors of the resort.
Ooh, you were there.
Yeah, I was actually there, right? They were actually tasting the food. They had a personalized drink that they made you when you walk through the door, and they showed the hotel room, and each hotel had a balcony. Every hotel in that area, in that particular resort, had a balcony. It's about 30 minutes from the airport, and it's in Cancun. And it's
Wow.
just amazing just to to experience that right online. Like, when I used to be a consumer booking my trip, I could like touch, I couldn't really touch, and I couldn't feel, and I couldn't experience
Right.
the the resort before I went. But now I can experience the resort. I can see it. I can get on the trainings. I can even help other people book their trips. And then I can experience it as a travel professional, and I can really tell people, just like the site inspection, when I'm there on the trip, I can actually ask for a site inspection to visit and tour that resort while I'm staying there. And just like our trips, our special trips that we can take, our intellitrips that we can take based on being in the business at the rates that we can experience some of these resorts and become certified in wellness travel and luxury travel. Talk a little bit about that and how you've experienced some of that.
Absolutely. Well, being in the industry for so many years, you get a chance, and you're educated on these trips that you talk about. So we get a chance to familiarize ourselves with places that we've never been before. So doing site inspections, going on fam trips, things of that nature, and all of this is because we're educated travel professionals. It is always important for you to understand that you have different niches within the largest industry in the world. Everybody gets a chance to have a niche or create a niche for themselves. Some people, for instance, wellness is something that coincides with what you're doing. Well, guess what? Wellness is the new niche for 2025. Everybody now are doing wellness retreats, wellness groups. Corporate places are going. Corporations are going and taking their employees on wellness trips. I mean, and because of the yoga, the mindfulness, the spiritualness, all of these things that are pouring into or are part of the wellness, it has become the phenomenon. So everybody wants a piece of getting to know and being educated on these things. So why not you? And get a chance, to really go and take the time to understand why these niches are incorporated within the largest industry in the world. And that's not the only niche. I mean, you have destination weddings, you have honeymoons, you have sports and entertainment, you have hotels, just as you talked about, you have all the entertainment that you need. All of this is, again, a part of your experience within the travel industry. So I say, take your pick on the one that you like to take a part of and become more educated. But definitely being in the travel industry is I won't even say a must, but it is something that you definitely should take a look at. So the business of travel and being a travel professional, those two, you cannot beat it. Absolutely, Sharon. We're so excited about what is about to happen, and super excited for what you're going to do soon when it comes to your site inspection.
Yes, yes. And I think, to sum it all up and to wind down a little bit, this travel started with Go Gravy Chic in the streets. And just interviewing and featuring women who are making their transition from being colored, to stopping color and going gray. And when we think about, a lot of times, well, now people are going gray a little earlier in their 30s and their 40s. But when you think about women who actually go gray, sometimes they're in their 40s and their 50s. And, if they have kids, most of the times you're becoming empty nesters, and sometimes you're in that years and that age of retirement. And when you think about people who talk about retirement, being an empty nester, it's almost like the one thing that people want to do, as long as they have the money to do it, is to travel more.
Absolutely.
And when you ask people if they had more money, what would they do? They don't say go out and buy more shoes. They don't say go out and eat.
Yes.
They don't say go out and necessarily buy a new vehicle. They say they want to experience travel. And with experiencing travel, that's not necessarily going out of town. Sometimes you want to have a staycation.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you want to experience the city that you're living in, because we work so much. It's like you don't even have a chance to visit and experience and bask in the luxury of your own city, regardless if you're in a smaller town or if you're in a larger city like Chicago or New York or LA.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like when we're aging, I want to travel more. And it's so amazing for me because all of this has just come full circle. And with me, exposing the Go Gray Be Chic in the streets lifestyle and experiencing what women on interviewing women and featuring women on the streets, it's just opened so much up for me to be able to introduce to the women on my channel and the women as we age. And now with the Go Gray Be Chic retreats that I want to start offering in the near future, it's just amazing to be able to experience some of the vendors and some of the hotels and some of the properties before I actually bring a group of women down to because I say I would love to do like a 2 or 3 day cruise.
Yes.
And just, go gray, be chic in the streets of Bahamas, go gray, be chic in the streets of Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I'm just so excited. So just as we wind down, Danette, and as we finish up this live, what do you say? Can you see the vision in the future for women as we age and as we travel and as we turn gray and and not just turn gray, but just accept our beauty and our lifestyle as we age and just experiencing life more through travel?
Absolutely. And you know what? You've really summed it up. That's something that we all should look forward to doing. And whether that's a staycation or you're going abroad, definitely because you want to experience all these things, start working toward one of your bucket list or a bucket list place. Start looking at how you can get into this industry and really take advantage of a lot of things that you probably wouldn't do on a normal basis. And again, it's important for you to educate yourself on the business of travel. And I want to emphasize that because that is something that is being incorporated with everyone, from business to personal, corporate, any of that you have to experience. All of this is a part of lifestyle. And you definitely want to, again, education is very important as we are professional travel advisors. You want a little piece of this so that you can, take the time to really understand about the industry. And I would definitely say it is one industry that you would probably be impressed with, I believe, because there's so many things that you can do and so many avenues that you can reach. Go gray, be chic in the streets of any city, country. All this is a part of what you should definitely think about. And if you're interested in hearing more, definitely Sharon is a person that she's going to share with you. And I'm excited to share with you what we're doing at this point. And we're just having a conversation. So let's get together at some point, Sharon, and you can have a conversation and we can talk even more about what we all can do in the streets of travel. How about that?
Yeah, I love that. So if you guys are interested in just finding out more about travel, if you have a destination that you are just so excited about and that you want to book, how about you support the Salon Chat and you support me in delivering this free content to you by booking your next trip? Because wherever it is in the world, we go there.
We
So
go.
yes, exactly. So you can follow the link that you see in the description section that I'll post in the description section. And also to find out more information about the travel industry, about the business of travel, you can sign up to our link, and that is going to be posted below. And I'm just so excited for my site inspection on March the 10th. I can't wait to get into Langham, and I can't wait to show you guys, because the Langham has one of the most popular spas in the state of Illinois, and along with the peninsula. But Langham was the first one on my list. So I'm just excited about the Langham and just showing you guys like what you can do in Chicago if you're in Chicago. And I'll be showing site inspections throughout the world in the future.
Wow.
So I'm so excited about like where our channel is going, because even hair is definitely our crown and glory, because it's at the top.
Yes.
But when you think about the top of the crown, the body, but we have a full body. And when we think about a full body, we have a full lifestyle. And so we don't want to just think about hair. We want to think about the whole total lifestyle of hair, because hair, we definitely need to take care of our crown. And our crown does not just mean the few hairs on our head or the bountiful hairs on our head. That means our mindset. That means our nervous system, our heart, our organs, just taking care of the full body. And for me, taking care of my body means wellness, means travel, means luxury, and just basking in what the world has to offer us in life. So I'm so excited. And thank you to my business partner, Danette, for joining us live today, even though we got on here a little bit later. No one will know because you'll watch the replay. Those of you who are watching the replay, let us know where your favorite destination or your bucket list is. And if you're excited about it, make sure that you connect with us. We can either book it for you or you can book it yourselves on our website. So any lasting words you want to say for the audience, Danette?
Absolutely. Just ensure that you take the time to get educated on the business of travel. The travel is the largest industry in the world. And I think you will be impressed, even with yourself, in the education and what you will find out about this industry and how you too should be a part of it. And one other thing that I'd like to add, Sharon, for your listeners, I think a great thing would be to add where they are calling or where they reside, what city do they live in. I think that would be important for us to know, and maybe you will be able to go soon to their city where they are and share with them more information about this awesome industry and the total lifestyle that you are going to provide with them, starting with their hair.
Exactly.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, guys. Until the next time, take care. Peace.
Peace.
Okay.